We also have clips at some point.
Oh shit! Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Clips.
some of you came here. I did a lot of things to try to get you all here. Who's dissatisfied? Who's like, I hate this show? There's like a section over here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a representative? Is there like somebody who's like,
a community leader?
I can speak for everybody when I say like, look, the show's terrible. They're pointing at one guy. I mean, you'll come up and then you'll say stuff and everyone will hate you and they'll bully you.
Fuck that.
Okay, yeah, let's pretend that happened and fucking leave. Okay.
Yeah.
There's clips of what?
That's all we wanted to do is reverse bully you. We're just insecure about having a bad show. So we're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
We got some...
I will make it good. I will fucking bleed for you. And my blood will merge with your blood in the same dirt that we were born of. You ungrateful prick. You fucking terrible person. I'm kidding.
You're just really.
We've got some Justin Roiland voiced.
We have so we have like I almost want to give people a choice because I have a 10-minute clip that has nothing. That's like it's Rick and Morty related and it's like really well done.
It is good,
but
it's real funny.
I mean, you're going to be sitting here watching a thing for 10 minutes. But there was this court case that happened recently, and it went viral a little bit, sub-viral. It happened in Atlanta, Georgia.
It was Georgia, yeah.
Georgia courthouse. There was transcripts of the court case where the guy that he was trying to fire his lawyer so he could represent himself, and the judge is like talking to him and going like, you shouldn't represent yourself, and it's just a transcript of that. But it takes a lot of fucking turns, and it's insane. Like the guy just starts like yelling at the judge, and then after a while, the judge like goes around the bend, and you just when you think you know who you're rooting for, I don't know. But it was. How many of you are familiar with what I'm talking about? Just by a okay, so it's like it went kind of sub-viral. It like hit. There was a Kardashian doing something that day. It was like it didn't quite make it, but like when it was at its peak, and we were like reading it in the writers' room at Rick and Morty, and then Erica Hayes, like one of our favorite storyboard artists at Rick and Morty, Justin ran to her and said, like, can you just draw? Let's do, because we were reading it out loud. I was like, we should just do this, like, and get it out, put it on YouTube. So I was like, draw Rick and Morty doing this scene, and Justin's like, yeah, it's like Morty should be the judge and Rick should be the plaintiff, or not the plaintiff, the defendant, because it's the guy. So we Erica Hayes, I mean, she fucking scrambled on it. Her art is so great. It's and Justin like recorded it in the Bay, and like it won't seem like 10 minutes in my opinion, because I played it for you, even just the audio, and it's like, it goes by pretty quick, but
I would like it to be an hour.
I think the important thing you have to understand is that this is word for word, literally verbatim. You can look it up online. This is absolutely word for word. Not a single word is different from the actual court transcript. This actually happened in a courtroom recently in the 21st century.
And it wasn't Rick and Morty in the
it
court.
was not Rick and Morty.
Although it seems like it was. Listening to it.
And so, can we just...
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you need this...
So what else
I do think for those of you who might be like, oh, I'm listening to this on audio, it functions fine as audio. All you're seeing is
not
basically...
very visual. 2 images.
But yeah.
They work well, but...
I also have a clip of season 3 of Rick and Morty, but I actually think this is kind of I don't know.
Yeah, well,
it's arguably better, but
special.
Yeah, this may never be seen again. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, legally, maybe we can't. We don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like a public document. It's like so. That went over 10 times better than I thought it would.
That's crazy.
That actually all happened.
Yeah. I think you stole my phone.
Oh yeah, it's because it was
Force of habit.
It was on my chair, so I get to keep it. I don't know where your phone is.
It was sitting right there.
I feel like I must have. Did you check the other? Don't derail the show. Just give up your phone.
Oh,
Jesus. Yeah, fucking amazing.
For a bag of coffee.
There's so many. The guy.
They call him Butt Man?
That's a true.
Fuck man.
That's a hero's journey, because you don't know. You start going like, well, it's probably hard to be a judge. Like, that's the world of common day, as Joseph Campbell would call it. It's like, it's probably hard to be a judge. Like, these guys, I'm sure they all have a big opinion about how how things should work, and boy, they're, just terrible, like, hard to deal with, and they got nothing to lose, and boy, what a hard thing it is to be a judge. And then you cross the threshold. It's like, the threshold for me is like exactly where the judge goes, like, you look like a queer. And then the guy's like, it's like, well, yeah, as difficult as that guy was being, like, there was like this subtext to it where he's like, yeah, but if I just keep fucking poking you, that's what trolling is. He's trolling it. And it's just like, if it's possible for me to go like this enough that you eventually like engage in some crazy ass behavior, then everything is retroactively invalidated. But like, you don't deserve to wear a judge's robe, because he got him to say, like, you look like a queer, and he's like, you call me queer? I didn't say that. I said you look like one. But it's like he fucking popped his cork.
Said it.
And he did it in exactly the point where the guy was like, you want me to suck your dick? And he was like presiding over things and like bureaucratically like doing his thing, because it's like, oh, this guy wants to suck my dick and all this stuff. And then he was like, how about you? You want to suck my dick? And he's like, you know what? You look like a queer. And then the shit went down a crazy road of trials where you're going back and forth, where like I go back and forth. I'm like, well, okay, I'm on the judge's side, and then I'm on the guy's side, and I don't know. And the goddess point is, of course, like, it's at the point where you just think of them as two lovers. Like, you're like, these guys are having a good time. They're Abbott and Costello. Like, these guys should just live in an apartment together. Everything's fine. And then as you reach that equilibrium, the atonement with the father is,
I'm going to kill your family.
I'm going to kill your babies
family.
with a hammer.
Yeah, with a
and
hammer.
everyone goes
Yes.
silent. Everyone goes, what?
Because there is a
And then
moment.
he goes like, yeah, he can't, because it's like, you can't have Abbott and Costello with that guy. Both the judge and the guy, like, unwittingly achieved peace on earth by being like these crazy archetypes, like that there were more system than man. And then the moment that they had equilibrium, the guy who has to subvert everything was like, yeah, well, I'm ISIS. Like, I'll fucking like, I'll take this to a place where you can't, like, I don't want that warmth. Like, I can't have that.
But I like when he says, like, because there was a moment when they seem to be laughing and having a good time. At one point, they're clearly going, like, okay, 20 days, 40 days, 60 days, a year, 10 years, like you're in contempt, you're not getting out of jail. You're certainly going to trial. And then he says, I'll kill your whole family. And he goes, okay, that's a terrorist threat. Like, that's like $1 million bond. Like, it's a huge thing to threaten somebody's life, especially a judge. That's a felony no matter what happened before that, including the judge saying all the stupid shit he said. At that moment, then things become absolutely, he doesn't care anymore.
Then they become cathartic because the guy's going, because then the judge is whereas previously the judge is going, well, your mouth isn't big enough for my dick, or my mouth, or like they're both like, again, they're like rolling around in the same mud. But when the terrorist threat happens, the judge gets back out of the mud. And now everything is like washed out and sad. It's like a children's book where all the color has drained because you left it in the bathtub. Like, the pages are puffy and things are just like, you feel like it's been through a fire. Because then it's just like, it's still funny and ironic, but it's like, now it's sad because it's just like, okay, now let's go through the motions. You're a criminal, I'm a judge. Like there's nothing fun about this. Let's keep danger at the door. And then it's like, then the crazy truth of, I don't have a sister. I don't have a niece. I don't have a wife. I don't have anybody. I don't have anyone ever. I was born alone. I will die alone.
Yes.
And we don't know
I
if
was
he's
from mother's
lying
womb
about
untimely
that.
ripped. Yes.
And then the
he's
fact that
crying.
he's tracking it to the point that like only a subredditor would, when he says, why would I have grandkids if I don't have kids? We're like, wait, why are you tracking this?
Yeah. When were you
care what he
logical
has
all
to
of a
say?
sudden?
He's asking questions that only a person that was like a fan of Lost would ask in that moment.
My favorite moment of lucidity from the defendant is when, after he's gotten contempt of court, first he puts himself in contempt, then he earns actual
He
contempt.
holds himself into contempt.
Into contempt, which is great.
Promethean.
Yeah, and then he gets held in the court's contempt, and he's going to do time. And then he threatens the guy's family. He goes, okay, we're going to get the DA on this. That's a terrorist threat on my family. And he doubles down. I'm going to come after your whole family, everybody. And he's like, okay, well, that's a terrorist threat. And the guy goes, I don't belong in jail. I was framed. And this lawyer wants to suck my dick for a bag of coffee.
Well, do you understand though that that's not he's referring to the bag of coffee thing? He's referring to the crime. So everyone wants to suck this guy's dick. The reason he has a lawyer in the first place is because a guy wanted to suck his big dick for a bag of coffee. That he was framed.
Why can't we get this guy's dick
And
on
so
the
now
witness
he's in
stand?
jail,
His dick-
and he's saying his lawyer wants to suck his dick, or he won't represent him. So he's just like he's in a cycle of like this guy maybe has a beautiful dick. Like we don't know, or like, he looks like he's somebody who would. Like maybe we don't know. I did look.
I don't
into
think you
one
suck
thing.
a beautiful dick for a bag of coffee. I think it's his own reward.
Because there's enough racial illusions in the thing. I did look it up because it's like I jack off on white boys, and there's allusions to like cracker and stuff like
He's
that.
a white guy.
This is a white guy. Yeah. Just so you know, it's like Southern Court. I guess it's like that's where like he's it's like he's like I jack off on white boys. Like he's like it's weird.
He also likes
It's weird
white.
that he refers to the white boys as white boys.
But it's not
being
weird
white.
when you think about it, because it's like it's like this. We have this prison system, and it's like a class system, and it kind of all actually starts to emerge and make sense.
Oh yeah, and then he's just
in
like,
a horrible way.
I only.
Funniest parts of that though. Who is the woman that animated or did the drawings for that?
Erica Hayes.
The cuts to the court stenographer.
Maybe.
God damn it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm just doing my job over here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We should show the Rick and Morty clip from the thing.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
This is just a quick clip. Honestly, it won't follow that because that audio is so clean. You understand you're going to watch an animatic. We showed the one from the Pickle episode at the panel. This is a different thing. This is an episode in which it takes place in a post-apocalyptic future, like a Road Warrior type future. And you probably won't, who knows? There's no context. It's an animatic. Okay, so that's